I'm going to talk to you on the topic why every position counts. In a portfolio, we have so many positions. A portfolio is but a basket of multiple positions. Each position carries different levels of conviction. If you have 10 mutual funds, each fund has a different level of conviction. And according to our conviction, the position size changes. When we want to create a new position, you need fresh money. Most of the time, investors tend to think that why can't the advisor just move money from one place to another? But each position is created for a purpose with a certain conviction and it is focused towards a particular outcome. It doesn't make sense midway to take money out of that and invest in another position. It makes greater sense to allow that position to go towards the final outcome and at that point go into cash. So if you don't have enough cash in a portfolio to create a new position, it makes sense to infuse cash into that portfolio. Sometimes people ask a question, what if this position is not there? As an advisor, I cannot tell you on the day we want to ensure that you have a position in your portfolio, what will happen if it is not there. Here is an example. We may want you to buy something when it is extremely attractive in your favor and when nobody wants to buy it. Let's say that you didn't have liquidity on that day or you are not feeling that you should do it. So you pass over that, you miss it. The other investors who are dealing with the advisor participate. Assume it's only a small 3% position. But what happens is, over the next 1 year, this 3% position doubles. Let's say the value increases by 100%. Effectively, in your portfolio, since you didn't participate, your return will be lower by 3%. Over what somebody who participated would have earned. Clearly, you will start underperforming. So, when there is investment conviction in creating a position, the investor should create the capital to participate in it. Anyway, habitual savers can create capital. But what happens is that many investors avoid creating new positions under advisors while they are doing something else as a hobby on their own. Then later when they review performance, they would have missed buying the best performing positions. As a result, their advisory relationship will come under strain because they are going to say that, oh, my returns are not so great, without doing what they should do when advice is being given to start a new position. That's why, in the interest of growing an advisory relationship, making it work for you, ensuring that the advisor always wants success in your portfolio and he is always going to be laboring to create that success, it is critical that you accept his work and execute it in that portfolio. When you do that, you are giving yourself a fair opportunity to improve your advisor relationship. You are giving the advisor a fair opportunity to prove his ideas right. And you are also creating a comfort and conviction in the way you both work together. That can happen only if you participate in every single position that the advisor brings up and not simply pass over a position without applying your mind on it. It is another matter if you are going to do your own homework and come to a rational conclusion that you don't want to participate in something. But flippantly overlooking an investment opportunity, not applying yourself correctly, will always give you a feeling of having missed out on something. And that is not a good feeling for an investor to have in any advisory relationship. because when you miss something, you want to blame somebody, and who else will you blame? You will not be inclined to blame yourself. So naturally you will tell the advisor, you could have forced me to do it, or you could have done this for me, why didn't you ask me at that time, or something like that. But all these are only postmortems, because the opportunity is gone. It's left the station. So when the train is in the station, when the advisor says, please board this train, and says that it's just a small opportunity, why don't you consider it and participate, it makes sense for you to participate, experience, and then hope to get the rewards. Trying to layer the judgments, trying to avoid doing things, or trying to do something on the side which is more hobbyist, will not make your investing serious and purposeful, nor it will make your investment relationship with the advisor thrive. For an investor to leverage his capital, his advisory relationship, and the power of the advisory ideas, you need to have constant buy-in and participation in every idea, unless you feel that that idea should never be invested upon and you have a clear rationale and you take ownership for not participating. Otherwise, you would rather provide the money to the advisor and participate in all those small ideas, which later can be multipliers in your returns. So when it can create a multiplier effect in your returns, ensure you don't miss out. Thank you for watching this video.